Okay, Commissioners, we're going to move to item number 10. It's an application for certificate of appropriateness in the Borough of Manhattan. It's 5 East 88th Street, located within the Carnegie Hill Historic District, docket number 165147. Beaux-Arts-style townhouse designed by Turner and Killian and built in 1902-03. The application is to replace windows.
The application before you is 5 East 88th Street, which is located between Fifth Avenue, Madison Avenue, and Upper East Side Historic District. The application is for the removal and in-kind replacement of wood windows at the third floor. The reason why we are looking at this proposal today is because the tax photo shows that there were leaded or stained glass windows circa 1939. The rules would require that for a staff level permit that the applicant install leaded glass windows. The architect, John Wall of Stephen Harris Architects, is here to discuss the proposal.
Difference?
Good morning, Commissioners. Actually, good afternoon. We get to talk about windows again. The story of these three buildings is really, they're three quite extraordinary buildings. They were built as a speculative development, each of them slightly different from the other, three at the same time. Get that here so you can see them. And so as it sits today, 5 East 88th, the first of the three, next door to the Guggenheim, has on this floor, these air conditioners in here, and some very deteriorated wood windows. These are casements with a fixed transom. The context of this is that when the Carnegie Hill Historic District was expanded in the 90s, this was the designation photograph, very similar to what it is today with the air conditioner. So about there in the corner. Interestingly enough, when one goes to the tax photo, this becomes the outlier where at some moment in time, stained glass windows were put into this unit. The designation report talks about this being made a school in 1944 on these lower two floors, and this being turned into an apartment, which was then ultimately turned into all of the school, and then after the war, turned into individual apartments, which is the condition that it has today. The photographs, unfortunately, I don't have them. You'll have them in your packet. You can actually see all three of the houses in the row with their tax photos. None of them have the stained glass windows. So this is obviously an outlier that was done at some point in time, no longer exists, did not exist at the time of designation, and quite frankly, it would be very difficult for us to even figure out what that is to try to recreate it.
In all of the other ways besides the leaded glass, these would be staff level approval.
That is my understanding.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, that's correct.
any questions? All right, yes.
Park Avenue, where you're doing the exact same thing?
Except we were taking them out and recreating.
Okay, it's wood windows. They're proposing. Okay. All right, let's take testimony. Barbara Zay?
I have no idea what was there.
Barbara Zay of the Historic Districts Council. The tax photo for this building shows that the windows on the third floor were originally leaded glass and that they may have been curved as well. Two lovely features that would be wonderful to bring back. Our committee also would like to see the retention of the original brick mold, a detail that does not appear on the proposed window drawings. Thank you.
Thank you. Michael Hall?
Michael Hall, Friends of the Upper East Side. Our committee was unable to determine whether the leaded glass windows shown in the 1940s tax photo are original to the building. Because we could not establish when the windows were installed, we found the in-kind replacement of the mahogany windows to be appropriate. The Preservation Committee at Friends supports the application. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any more speakers? All right, Community Board 8 sent their resolution, and they have recommended approval of this project. All right, are there any concerns? I think it's just been possible to bring back this stained glass, not knowing the design, and they're replacing it with wood windows, and it's of its historical configuration. Okay, great. So if there's no other questions, we'll close the hearing. Yes,
Quick question.
Adi?
Do we think that, besides their being leaded or not, that these windows were curved? That the frames themselves, just,
The ones next to it are curved, but they're narrow, and they describe the corner. These things were probably always flat.
even on the floor above, you think, Michael? Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So we'll close the hearing, and Michael, would you like to read that? Yes. Thank you.
Matter of 5 East 88th Street in the Carnegie Hill Historic District, an application to replace windows. I recommend approval, finding that no significant architectural features will be lost or damaged as a result of the proposed work, that the new paired aluminum...
Yes, I'm sorry, yes, it was meant to be wood, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that correct? Yes.
That the new paired wood casement windows and double transom will match the windows that existed at the time of designation in terms of configuration, operation, details, dimensions, and finish. That the historic wood frames and brick molds will be repaired or replaced to match the historic condition. That while the proposed windows will not replicate the missing leaded glass windows that were historically found on the third floor windows and documented circa 1940 tax photo, the new windows will match the historic windows that were used elsewhere on the building and will create a harmonious condition on this building, and that the work will not detract from the special architectural or historic character of the building or the historic district.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? This application's been approved.